Hi guys, it's me Roselyn, and now we will fill out the form I-134 Affidavit of Support. So first you have to go to Google and type I-134. And then you must need to find the USCIS website. You need to get your form at the USCIS website. So just click this I-134 Affidavit of Support USCIS. Then you will see the USCIS website. Then you can see in here I-134 Affidavit of Support form I-134. Just click this and you will download the form. Okay, so just make sure you will get all the forms here on USCIS website, so that it is valid. Whatever the expiration of the form that you get here on USCIS website, that is the updated. Okay, just get all the forms here on USCIS website. So I already download the form and I already answer it so that we can discuss it faster. So USCIS form I-134 expires 11/30/2018. Okay, so start here, type or print in black ink information about you, the sponsor or the US citizen. So your family name, just type it in here. Your given name, type it in here, and then the middle name. But if you don't have middle name, just leave it blank, because most of the US citizens don't have middle name. So just leave it blank and make sure that whatever you type in here, it's the same on your passport. Okay, and then the other names used, list all other names you have ever used, including alias, middle name, and nicknames. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in part 7. Okay, so if you have not used any other names, please leave this section blank. Okay, and then sponsor's mailing address in care of name, this can generally be left blank in most cases. Okay, just leave it blank, and then just type your street number and then the name, and then if you have apartment number, then the city, town, then the state, and then the zip code. And then province, I'm not sure if there is a province in US, but if not, just leave it blank. Then postal code, just leave it blank, because in US they use zip code, not postal code. Okay, then country is USA. Then are your mailing address and physical address the same? So if your mailing address is the same as the physical address, check yes. Otherwise, check no. For most people, it would be yes. But if it is no for you, you should fill 5A through 5H. Okay? So since this is the physical address and then the mailing address of my petitioner, we just click yes. Okay? And the next, so this one, leave it blank. Then other information, date of birth, make sure that you have to type the month first, then the day, then the year. Okay, and then town or city of birth, then country of birth, USA, or you can type it down, United States of America. You can complete that word. That's fine. But USA is fine. Okay. Then alien registration number. If you are a green card holder, or if you ever receive a work permit in the US or the EAD, you have a number. So write down in here, but if not, just leave it blank. Okay. So my petitioner has no alien number because he is a U.S. citizen since birth. Okay, then U.S. Social Security number. If you have a Social Security number, right here. Otherwise, leave it blank. So since my petitioner has a U.S. Social Security number, just type it in here. Then the U.S. CIS online account number. If you have previously filed an application, petition, or request using the USCIS online filing system, previously called USCIS Electronic Immigration System or USCIS ELIS, provide the USCIS online account number you were issued by the system. But if not, just leave it blank. Okay, then citizenship or residency or status. Specify your legal status details in the U.S. So, if you are not a U.S. citizen based on your birth in the United States or a non-citizen U.S. national based on your birth in American Samoa, including Swains Island, answer the following as appropriate. Okay, so if you are U.S. citizen through naturalization, just type your certificate of naturalization number here. And then if you are a U.S. citizen through parents or marriage, just type your certificate of citizenship number here. And then if you derive your U.S. citizenship by another method, just click this. And if you have alien number or permanent residence of the United States, just type in here and then click this one, then type your alien number here. And then if you are a lawfully admitted non-immigrant, just type your I-134 here. So since my sponsor is a U.S. citizen based on his birth, this 11A, 11B, 11C, 11D, and 11E is not applicable to him. So just leave it blank. The number 12, I am, so years, your age, and have resided in the United States since, so the date, the month, and then the year. So since my petitioner is a U.S. citizen since birth, so we type here his birth date. Okay, so on part 2, information about the beneficiary. So this affidavit is executed on behalf of the following person. So family name, the last name of your beneficiary, the given name or first name of your beneficiary, and then the middle name of your beneficiary, then date of birth, and then what is the gender, and then alien number if any. So since so on alien number, most visitors to the USA would not have this number, so therefore leave it blank. Okay, because this is the first time we apply for K1 fiancé visa. So the beneficiary, which is I, myself, I don't have alien number. Then country of citizenship or nationality, so Philippines. And then marital status, I am single, just click single. And relationship to the sponsor, fiancé. Okay, and then next, beneficiary physical address. So just type the street number here if there is an apartment, the city and town, and then the state, just leave it blank. If you live in the Philippines, there's no state. There's no zip code also because we use postal code in the Philippines. Okay, so just leave it blank. So province, Manila, and then postal code, and then country, Philippines. Okay, so beneficiary spouse accompanying or following to join the beneficiary. So if you are sponsoring both your father and mother, you can write information about your mother here. Otherwise, leave it blank because I am his fiancé. That's why we just leave this blank. Okay, beneficiary children, um if you are sponsoring your brother, sister-in-law, and their two little children, information about those two children would go in here. Okay, but since I am single, I don't have kids, so we just leave it blank here. And then other information about the sponsor. This is for the sponsor, the US citizen. So be specific about the type of job you do. Example, you are software engineer, IT manager, insurance agent, receptionist. So on this one, I am currently, so he is employed as a, this one is, huh? Restaurant manager. Okay, so please be specific. The name of the employer. If you are employed somewhere, write the name of the actual employer that pays you salary. If you're working at the client site as a consultant, don't write the client name, as that is not your employer. Okay, then self-employed. If you have your business such as consulting service, retail business, mention it here. Okay, then current employer, write the address where you work or own a business. So just write the address in here. Then if it is apartment, city, town, state, zip code, so province, postal code, just leave it blank. Then country, USA. Okay, then income and assets information. My annual income. Write your annual income from salary or business. You should provide an employment letter and tax returns to prove this. So you have the US citizen or the sponsor needs to check his annual income for last year. So today, the year is 2018. So the US citizen or the sponsor should check the income tax return for last year, which is 2017. So you have to put it in here. Okay, and I have a separate video on minimum income range. I will include the link to my video and check that if you meet the minimum requirement. Okay, if not, you need to use sponsor or co-sponsor. Okay, and then if self-employed, I have attached a copy of my last income tax return or report or commercial rating concern, which is certified to be true and correct to be best of my knowledge and belief. See instruction for nature evidence of net worth to be submitted. Okay, then balance of all savings and checking account in United States based financial institutions. So let's say you have on deposit in savings bank in the United States. So write the amount of money you have in the bank. You can write the amount you have in checking or savings or money market, certificate deposits. You should provide the bank statement to prove this. So we just write 5,000. So my sponsor needs to give me his bank certificate stating this amount. Okay, you need the supporting documents for this. Okay, for value of other personal property, you don't have to write the exact value to the dollars and pennies here. You can write an approximate value for the cars, jewelry, land, appliances, and other equipment. You are not really required to provide a sales receipt or estimations of value of this property. This is not applicable for us, so we just leave it blank. So market value of my stocks and bonds. So You just need to attach the statement from your stockbroker, such as Ameritrade, E-Trade, that prove this. Okay, so this is not applicable for him, so we just leave it blank. Okay, then I have listed my stocks and bonds in Part 7. Additional information are attached on a list of them, which I certify to be true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. Okay, the next, I have a life insurance in the sum of. So you can write the amount of life insurance you have either in the US or in a foreign country. You can include all types of life insurance such as term life, universal life, whole life, variable life. So just type the number in here. So since my petitioner doesn't have an insurance, so leave it blank. So with the cash surrender value of, if you have only term life insurance, the cash surrender value is 0. Otherwise, write the appropriate value. You may ask your insurance company or insurance agent if you are not sure. Okay? And then real estate information. I own real estate value at, so write the current market price of your house if you own one. You can find it also from last property tax bill that you have received or from neighbors who might have purchased houses in your community recently. If you don't own a house, just leave it blank. Okay? And then I have mortgages or other debts amounting to, so just write the amount of loan you have to still pay. If you don't have a house or if your house loan is paid off, just write 0 or just leave it blank. Okay? And then my real estate is located at, so location of your house or real estate, if you have one, or if you don't have, just leave it blank. Okay? Then dependents information. So you have to write the names of dependents that you include in your income tax return. This will usually be your spouse and minor children. If your spouse is not working, you can check wholly dependent. So since this is K1, fiancé visa, of course, my petitioner is single. He don't have spouse. And he don't have kids also. So we just leave it blank here. He don't have dependents. But if your sponsor has dependents, he just need or she just need to fill out this form. Okay? And then next, so relationship to me, then date of birth. This person is fully dependent on me for support, partially dependent on me for support. Okay? Then if there's another one, just type in here. Okay, so other information about sponsor. So it's the same. And then this one, I have previously submitted affidavit of support for the following persons. If none, write none in the space for the name below. Okay, so if you're submitting multiple affidavits of support in a short duration, you have to write the names of the people for whom you submitted affidavits first and subsequent affidavits you provide, even if the first set of people have not visited the consulate yet. So since he did not submit an affidavit of support before, so we just type none. So none. Okay? And the next, I have submitted a visa petition to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service on behalf of the following person. Okay, so in this one, since we already applied for K1 fiancé visa, and K1 fiancé visa is a visa petition, so we just type here the beneficiary name. So the last name, the first name, and then the middle name, then relationship to the petitioner, fiancé. Okay? And the next, the date of birth of the beneficiary, then date of filing. This is the date when you filed your K1 fiancé visa. So let's say June 10, 2018. Okay? Then if there's another one, just fill this out. If there's another one, just fill this out. Okay? And then I intend or do not intend to make specific contributions to the support of the person's named the part 2. So just click I intend. Okay? And the next, sponsor statement, contact information, certifications, and signature. Okay, select the box for either item number 1A or 1B. If applicable, select the box for item number 2. So I can read and understand English and have read and understand every questions and instructions on this affidavit and my answers to every questions. So since the petitioner understand all the questions in here, so, and he is the one who answered all the question in here on this form, so just click this one, 1A. Okay? But if you have an interpreter, just click this. Okay? Then there's another question in here. Read to me every question instructions on this affidavit and my answer to questions in. Okay. So just click 1A. Okay, so sponsors contact information, sponsor date, time, telephone number. He don't have a telephone number in the house, so he only have the mobile telephone number. So just type it in here and then the sponsor's email address. Okay, sponsor certification. Copies of any documents they have submitted or exact photocopies of unaltered original documents, and I understand that USCIS or the Department of States may require that I submit original documents to the USCIS or the Department of State at a later date. So just read everything in here. Okay, just read that. And then sponsor signature. So once you print this form, there is a prompt that stated don't forget to sign. Okay, and then make sure the sponsor will sign in here and the date of the signature, so month, day, and years. Okay, so make sure to sign and date the affidavit, otherwise it is not valid. There is no need to get it notarized. Okay, no need for notarization. Okay, so interpreters contact information, certification, and signature. So if someone interpreted the form for you, he or she should fill these details. This can be an attorney or any other person. Okay, just fill this out, the interpreter. Then the sign, I am fluent in English, and so signature in here, and then the date. So part 6, contact information, statement, declaration, and signature of the person preparing this affidavit if other than the sponsor. So if someone else help you prepare this affidavit, his or her details would go in here. Okay, this can be an attorney or anyone else. In case of an attorney, they would have to additionally provided a completed Form G28, Notice of Entry of Appearance as Attorney or Accredited Representative with this application. Okay, and then, so part 6 is the continuation. And then signature. Okay, part 7. So this one, if you needed to provide any additional information due to lack of space in the previous answers, you can provide them here. Okay, make sure to write the page number, part number, and item number for each information you provide. Okay, and then in here, your full name, last name of the petitioner, and then given name of the petitioner. Okay, then that's it. So if you have questions, clarifications, Please feel free to comment on my video, and I hope I explained it well to you how to fill out the form I-134. The form I-134 is using for application for K1 fiancé visa. Okay? So have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.